Like, this is the biggest I've got so far. I've never won something this big. But guess what? It's not even heavy. Like, it's so light. The only problem is that let a child not put his hand or her hand here. That means my ear will just cut. Anyway, that's by the way. How you guys doing this morning? Welcome to Creative Experience. Today, I just said that to actually douse the tension that is going to come up in this story today. How do you feel watching your mother constantly abused by your father and you can't even help it? And when you try to help, you get locked up. And your mom, unfortunately, is an orphan that could not help the situation. No mother, no father, no siblings. And she has nowhere to go because constantly she's being terrorized with the word, leave my house. In this story today, you're going to watch the video of a woman who is 50, and because of a trauma she passed through in her seeing her father constantly abuse her mother, even up to their 25th wedding anniversary, made her not to accept any man's hand in marriage. It's a traumatic one. Fathers, families, that is the, I don't know, this is the first point of contact a child has. And what you do with your family goes a long way to determine how a child perceives family. Watch the video and let's talk in the comment section. I'll be waiting for you in the comment section.
If you mention marriage to me, I feel like marriage is a scam. I didn't want to get married. Is this thing marriage? What my mom went through, is this what anybody wants me to go to? A man subjects you, you don't have a voice, you don't have anything. So I never wanted to get married. I see my dad beat my mom when my mom was pregnant with her last child. And he was marching on her tummy. Are you carrying Jesus? Are you carrying Jesus? Whatever you are carrying, I don't need a child. I watched him step on my mom's tummy like he was marching on a full-grown pregnancy. I don't know how God did it. My mom gave birth to that child at 11 months and 2 weeks. That's, call it a year. I saw every man that comes to me. Once you say I want to marry, I'll just say my father. No, there was this man that came, he was a bit elderly, kind. So his way of loving is that the wife doesn't go to the market, he goes to the market, he buys the things, he brings back, you cook. So I just saw him as, this one is going to cage me. Why won't I go to the market and shop? So while he was coming to ask for my hand in marriage, he will ask, what do you people have at home? And I'll tell him, okay. When I make list, the man will cancel the list and say, reduce this. I say, the same thing my dad does to my mom. That was the only reason I didn't marry the man.
My God.
I just saw, because my father knows how to cancel the list.
Meaning that kind of trauma puts you in a loop where you keep seeing the one who has hurt you in other people.
Yes. Yes. No matter how much love you want to show me, I just feel this is my father. He beats us, you're always locked in and all of that. So when I was growing up, I said I didn't want to get married because I never saw my parents talk. I never saw them eat together. I never saw them gist. If they sit together, to end in quarrel. My father was too authoritative. You know what we call our dad? We called him boss. If he's coming, including my mother, I'll say, boss Abatala, boss is back. Like everybody will take off.
Boss Abatala.
That is, boss is back. So we all take off, including his servants. He had a lot of people who were serving him at that time. Then you don't watch television. If my father comes back, the first thing he does is to put his hands on the TV console to know if it is hot. Who watch television today? And we are all in trouble. If we are watching TV and my father returns, once we hear his horn, including my mom, we will go hiding. God save you, daddy, that television is hot and nobody accepted. We are going to receive serious beating from my dad. So, yeah. Everybody would take off. So we're always scared of our dad. There was no time for conversation. So with the way he treated my mom and us, I said, marriage is not for me. I'm not going to get married. This thing is not just going to work. So growing up, my father had a block industry. He came to Abuja in the 70s. was one of those who came to this city early. Yeah, so he had lots of stuffs. So he had this block industry that was supposed to be for the feeding of the family, but later became a place of punishment. If you err, my father will send you to the block industry, and you're going to work in the industry not as the daughter or child of the CEO, but as a laborer.
You carry block.
I carried block. I know so much about block industry. I know the 6 inches, the 9 inches. I know that the wood used in carrying blocks is called pallets. I know where you mold block is called bunker. I know how to mix the sand, the sharp sand. I know how to mix it with cement to produce the texture that will
So
bring
you
about.
like this, you have carried blocks before?
Yes, a lot. I worked in my father's block industry.
We don't look like what we have been through. I thought I was the only one that have carried blocks.
I've carried blocks. My father's block industry, he was a very popular person in this city. He was known for what he was doing. So you see us at the back of that truck or his pickup. He had a pickup, so we'll be at the back. You don't sit in front of the car like this, your father's. You sit at the back of the truck.
With the laborers.
With the laborers. You know, I mix sand, I carry blocks. The following morning when you come, you know, the blocks are dried. You lift them up. Then we start packing the pallets. We load the blocks into the trucks. We follow them to go and deliver the blocks to the sites. You count. If anyone breaks, you're in trouble. So if it breaks while you're loading, you have to bring it back, break them, remix the following day, and mold and all of that. And then you have to eat once a day. My father would tell you that you have to eat once a day alongside with those guys. So if you ever fail your exams or you misbehave, that block industry becomes your place of punishment. So I remember one day, at the course of working at that block industry, I developed a very terrible heart issues. They called it rheumatic heart disease. And at the time, there was a hole in my heart. But over time, God healed me. It's because of the kind of rigorous, work I was doing at the block industry. My father could keep you out of school for as long as the whole term or 2 terms, as the case may be,
For the whole term?
You can stay out of school for a whole term. And my mom dare not talk. My mom dare not talk. If she talks, you are the one that spoils these children. Wow. So even my mom was forced to work in the block industry.
No way. I'm
telling you, every one of us, apart from the younger ones now, every one of us, my mom.
Hope it was not as a means of punishment.
It was. My father never believed that a man should leave inheritance for his children. He never believes. He will always tell us his late dad didn't leave anything for him. So he struggled to be who he is. So you should also struggle to be.
Man should not leave inheritance.
Yes, my father doesn't believe in leaving inheritance for his children. He never believed. So we're always struggling. We're always going to the block industry. And sometimes we stood up for our mom, especially me. So at the end of the day, my parents separated on their 25th wedding anniversary.
Wow. After 25 years?
After 25 years.
Your mom couldn't take it anymore?
Even with that, she stayed. She stayed. My dad was known even in church for who he is. He can stand anywhere and contest the Reverend Father because we're Catholics. He can talk to the bishop. He can speak to anybody. He was never scared of anybody. And he had money. So 25th wedding anniversary, we're even talking about celebrating it. One day, something very insignificant happened. And he was beating, he was going to beat my mom. So I intervened. I said, you won't beat my mom in my presence.
After 25 years, you were going to beat her again?
My dad. After 25 years, somebody had come to sleep in our house that night who bears same name and same surname with me, and came from our village. So where she was staying, the person traveled and forgot to drop the key. So we just told her to sleep back. And my father said, no, this person will have to leave his house at 12 midnight. So my mom said, if she was my daughter, why will I ask her out of the house by 12 midnight? Just leave her, by tomorrow she will leave. My father insisted. So the lady was okay. Instead of bringing problem, let me leave So I told her, I said, no, we'll talk to her dad. If you leave this midnight at 12, where do you go to? If anything happens to you. And that was it. He started beating my mom. So I came and intervened. I didn't want her to beat her. This was happening like 12:31 a.m. So he picked the side stool by the side and hit me on my back.
Guys, what do you think? Fathers, what do you gain from beating a woman? Mothers, you want to die there? You want to die there? I don't know. Let's watch the video and let's discuss in the comment section.
Knowing that I was having heart issues. So when I ran out of the door, he locked the door. He locked me outside the house 1 a.m. I had to sleep at my neighbor's house and I was writing my WAEC.
Wow.
I was writing my WAEC. So from my neighbor's house, they threw my uniform across the fence for me. That's how I went to write my exams that I couldn't even concentrate. I didn't know what I was writing because while in school I was thinking, what's the state of my mom today? Is she fine? What will my dad do to her? So when I came back from school, I didn't go back to my neighbor's house. I came, he was not around. And then I was talking to my mom through the window and she was telling me what he had done to her already, and I was really furious. Why would he lay hands? You know? So while we were there, my father came back, got into the house and said, this woman, you have not left. I told you to leave this. My mother said she was not. Where will I go to? I'm not going. I don't have parents. I don't have siblings. Where am I going to? And so while he started beating my mom, I ran into the room again and I pushed him. I said, you can't beat my mom. This time I met him trying to strangle my mother. His hands were on her neck. So she was shouting, oh, Luchi, your father is killing me. Your father is killing me. So I ran in and pushed him and said, you won't kill my mom. So my mom was refusing to leave the house because, of course, where would she go to? While that was going on, he started throwing my mom's things out of the house, you know. And I took fuel and poured on his car, and I took matches. I said, I'm going to burn your car if you touch. And I know he loved that his car, his Benz at that time. So I said, I'm going to burn this car if you touch my mom. So he left my mom and I didn't burn the car.
Would you have burned the car?
Maybe I would have. Maybe. Because my mom had really suffered. So I ran to the police station because I don't know who to call. My father didn't have friends at that time. If you tell him the truth, the friendship is gone.
It's over.
So who will I call? People were now avoiding coming to talk to him. The priest, everyone. So I just ran to the police station. It was close to us. Please come help save my mother. My father is beating my dad. When police came and invited daddy to the police station, we got there, the case changed and turned against us. So they locked me and my mom in the cell.
Really?
Yes, the both of us slept in the cell that night. I remember we were both wearing MTN shirts. MTN came newly. That was 2002 into 2003. So we're sitting in the cell together. I was on my monthly flow, right in the cell. I had exams to write. I missed my exam. I didn't write that, my last paper. Yes. So we had to use one of the police to talk to the Reverend Father then. When the father came, they refused. He was not going to let us go. My father said, that's one of her boyfriends there. The priest is one of her boyfriend. So he was embarrassed, pushed out of the station, and he left. So I think the following morning, they quickly released us when they learned that the DPO was coming. So they released us. But this time, there was nowhere to go to.
After 25 years?
Yes, there was nowhere to go to. By the time we got back to the house, I saw my mom, some of her boxes outside. The clothes were missing. People had already picked the clothes they wanted. So we just went to a nearby hotel, the chief of the Igbos at that time, and just took our baths. And after taking our baths, the chief tried to talk to my dad. In fact, people heard the story and started trying to reach him, but he fought everybody. So the next thing to do was, where do we go to from here? My mom and myself. So my mom went to a primary school and started sleeping in the primary school. She didn't allow me to stay in the primary school with her. So she said I should look for where to stay. But leaving her in the primary school was quite difficult for me. So I went over to a friend's place while I always go to check her and see what she can eat while in the primary school. One of the days she told me that some hoodlums, some guys almost raped her at the primary school. So we had to start looking for where to stay. Wherever she goes to stay, my father finds out, goes to that place and threatens the people. So at the time, my siblings started asking for their mom when they came back from boarding school, and my father also asked them to leave the house.
Really?
Yes. So we left.
Really?
Yes, we left. And then people gathered money and gave to us. We just got a room and parlor and started staying without mats, without bed, anything. There was no clothes.
Wow.
We left with just what we were wearing and a few of the things we were able to pick outside. So we just started our lives. And what do we do? How do we survive? We started selling kunu in Yaya markets, zobo, bonds, we go to the market, we sell, we hawk so that we can be able to eat. And the next year we couldn't renew the rent because all of us, and this rent was as cheap as 60,000 as at that time, but it was difficult. So I didn't pursue going to school again. Because at the time I pursued going to school, my father tore my admission letter and said he was never going to send me to school because I stood up against him for my mom. So I had to lay low, and my siblings finished their secondary school and went into university. So I'm the only one who is not a graduate in my family. Yes.
Does it hurt you?
It does. With where God has taken me to today, I feel if I had gone to school, I'll be better. I was very brilliant. There was a place I saw myself. Even to yesterday, I told myself it's time to get back to school.